Okay, let's. Do you have to click the?
Welcome to
Yeah,
my
there.
latest
Yeah.
case.
Okay,
Last train
so
to Blue Moon
let's do
Canyon.
this.
To
3,
start, choose junior or
2,
senior detective.
1,
If you're
go.
new to Advent, dear Hannah, here I am at the railroad station along with a handful of other detectives about to board a train bound for
Like a
who knows
solid
where.
4 minutes in the
only
beginning where I
person
do
who knows
nothing.
where we're going is Lori Gerard. That's the young woman who invited everyone. Actually, she didn't really invite me. She invited Frank and Joe Hardy, and they invited me. And I've always wanted to join forces with the Hardy Boys. I just hope this doesn't turn out to be another one of Lori's silly attempts to grab publicity. Some people can be a little too rich and a little too famous for their own good.
You can skip the letter.
Love,
Well, I
Nancy.
don't know how.
Well,
So,
Kailee, now that our little orientation tour is over, let's get started. Okay.
Yeah, I was actually so surprised like that you could skip the letters on so many games. Like you really have to like click at a specific part. It's usually like right in the corner. Um,
Show of yours to do some ghost hunting
but
here
it's
because
like it's not intuitive at all.
is like the best
yeah,
possible show
it's
ever.
not that long, and
Charlena Purcell.
there's no way I'm getting
Tell you how much
the
I
world
love
record
doing
anyway,
that.
but
That's no
I'm
right.
confident I can get 3rd place anyway, so.
So real. And I
My
just
goal
love
is
about the
under an
actors.
hour.
You are just awesome. And Tino Balducci.
My fastest run has been 1 hour and 1 minute.
Famous police detective.
We're on, yeah, there's no like delineation between junior and senior. So
My dad
yeah, 3rd place is 1 hour and 3 minutes, and then 1st and 2nd, or did I say first? 3rd place is 1 hour and 3 minutes, and then 1st and 2nd are both at the 52-minute mark, which is like there's a huge jump there.
Yeah, that's not
So
happening.
so valid.
My last practice, I got 1 second longer than 3rd place.
One day in 1903, his train.
Oh, I can relate.
But I do have a recorded run that's, I think it was the 1 hour and 1 minute one, so if this goes terribly.
Mhm. Yeah, understandable. But no, you got this. We're definitely gonna get 3rd place on this.
Horses.
No, yeah, it really comes down to RNG because of the horse race and the I don't know what to call it, the slot machine sort of thing.
Yeah, that one too.
But the horse race is really bad if you just keep losing over and over.
Oh my gosh. What in the world?
Yeah, the other one, I just want to say like Plinko, that sort of game. I think I have like a little bit of a strategy kind of for it, but the horse race, there's not really anything.
Yeah, I think, well, I wonder if maybe the game has like different odds for each horse. I don't know about that, and I'm not 100% sure how you could figure that out. But it's possible that maybe one is luckier than another. But other than that, like the only way to do that one is to just pick the same horse every time. Like that's going to be the best strategy, and it is just going to be random.
Yeah,
So there's no way to just like make it work.
The guide that I was looking at says just choose red every time until it wins. But I don't like being told what to do, so I choose green.
Nancy Drew, you and I have actually met. Sort of. I called you not too long ago when I was at Shadow Ranch. You gave me some information about Dirk Valentine.
Ah, Nancy Drew.
You
2 times in a row when I was practicing, my horse won first.
What else do you
Like the
know?
first time.
Yeah, that's amazing. Galen is saying red is most likely, if I recall correctly.
Well, yeah. See, that's what I said. The guide says red, but
but apparently green is one of the more likely ones as well. So
I'm nailing it.
But I mean, if anyone donates $50, you can force Kailee to do whatever horse you want.
Boy.
Just kidding. Unless you want.
If you donate $69,
Ooh.
I'll make no say cheeseburger.
Oh, that's actually, that's a good deal because the faster dialogue option is not cheeseburger. So like if you want to hear cheeseburger on this run, you better donate $69. But speaking of donations, there's a couple here. So we have Hurley's Whirly Burly donated $1 and said, "This is a very reasonable puzzle. Yes, yes. I think this was in reference to Message in a Haunted Mansion, but thank you for the dollar because every dollar counts." And then Mandy just donated $15 and says, "Cheeseburger." But unfortunately, Mandy, that's not quite enough to. That's not enough to bring us up to the cheeseburger. So I'm just kidding. The $15 is amazing. Thank you, Mandy. And you did amazing on Message in a Haunted Mansion.
I will say that I will do my best in a certain circumstance to do cheeseburger, but if I'm like focused, I might just automatically click the dialogue option I'm used to clicking on. So I can't for sure promise cheeseburger.
Hi, you're that Nancy person. How you doing? John Gray.
You look pretty busy.
Right now I'm taking time-lapse.
My friend said that she will donate if I get under an hour.
This was Camille's private car. If she had something to do with Laurie's disappearance, analyzing these readings may give me a clue as to Laurie's whereabouts.
Are you saying that Camille's ghost kidnapped Laurie?
What to most people are ghosts are actually temporary distortions in local electromagnetic fields caused by the presence of residual psychic energy generated by the person or persons who frequented that particular locale. That's my working theory, at least.
That's very interesting.
It's all very scientific. But the fact is, Laurie's missing. And
Yeah, there should be a category just for cheeseburger runs, speed runs.
Vibes I'm getting make me think she could be in serious trouble.
Charlene,
I am happy that
playing some kind of joke on us.
I get to hear this one. Charlena Purcell writes romance novels.
Well, I'll catch you later.
That's my other favorite dialogue.
This looks like some sort of game. I did it! Wonder what's in here. Looks like some kind of sewing sampler. I wonder if there's a relationship between those symbols and those numbers. I wonder what's under here, and what the deal is with those weird-looking bolts. Hello?
Nancy, hi.
And now we have to talk to Bess and George.
Hey, George, what's up?
You're the one.
It's fine because they're entertaining. They're not quite as bad as listening to Laurie talk for hours.
I get really mad whenever like the game forces a phone call on you.
She's the one who insisted we call you Nancy, only because you're driving me crazy.
That's the reason that I called Ned in Mornings at Waverly Academy, because he calls you no matter what, so I just do it at the beginning so he doesn't call you later.
What do you think Laurie Gerard is wearing? Oh, George, that is so not true. I couldn't care less what Laurie Gerard is wearing. So come on, Nancy. You're on.
I also like how Charlena is working on her novel. John has all this ghost stuff set up. Tino's just like sitting at a desk doing nothing. Tino is useless.
I mean, yeah, that's all he ever does with his life.
You're afraid I'll fail and you'll wind up having to do this dump all by yourself. George, I kid you not. You should seriously think about doing some major highlights in that color.
What color is it?
Adobe beige.
Adobe beige.
What's going
This conversation always makes me think of, well, honey, you missed Auburn big time.
Hey, Nancy, right?
That's right, Nancy Drew.
Amateur detective, huh? Ever thought about becoming a real detective? You know, like me?
I don't know. Do you like what you do?
I love it. You, heard about those bank robberies I solved, right?
Tell me about them.
Baffling case. Two-man team at 17 banks in 3 states in 5 days. FBI had no idea who the perps were. But after forcing their vehicle to a stop, confronting them, despite the fact that they were armed and giving chase, I single-handedly made the collar.
I heard they stopped because you accidentally rear-ended them.
You heard wrong. You see, Nancy, when somebody does something really...
I love that he says that like whichever accusation you choose, because it's basically implying both are correct, which is very funny.
Game is my favorite game, despite the fact that almost all of the characters are just terrible.
They are. I really like John Gray. Like, he's just chillin'.
He's okay.
Everybody else is just chaos around him, and he's like, I'm literally just trying to find a ghost. Like, leave me alone.
Just looking for ghosts.
Lying there for 100 years. May have served a purpose back then, but now worthless.
May I see it?
Sure. In fact, here, keep it. Wear it around your neck or something. That way, when people ask you where you got it, you can.
Yeah, the Hardy Boys are
Tino
iconic.
Balducci gave it to you. The Tino Balducci.
Oh, thank you.
What else can I do for you?
You've been a big help.
You have
Not
not.
a problem.
If I forget to do all the pipes, the game becomes unfinishable. But that's not gonna happen.
No, definitely not. Is this your first pipe
Yeah.
puzzle? Okay, I'm gonna keep a tally just in case.
Okay, I don't know how many there are. I just do them.
Okay, I'll look it up.
There's this one, there's John's.
There, all done.
Okay, scale.
And then I think you
7-3.
noticed 7-3 on the right. Yeah.
Yes. This one, my god, there's only 2 of them. And I have to use both of them.
Oh, yeah. Do you hear a train going off in the background?
Yes.
I hear a train. It's very meta.
Looks like to make this thing, whatever it is, I'm going to need a spyglass, a pickaxe, and a lamp. Citrine, amethyst, zircon, those are all gemstones, I think. Silver. What do all those colors have to do with silver?
Okay, now the cigar box is orange, blue, green.
Yeah, are you doing it now? Yeah, cigar box, orange, blue, green.
I realized yesterday that this puzzle I do literally right after getting the solution, so if I can't remember it, that's...
Listen, we don't have time to actually read things in a speed run. You just have to click on it and then immediately exit.
Yeah, even though Nancy does say it out loud. I don't listen to the words. I'm too focused on what's happening next. Okay. Now this puzzle that's the bane of my existence. Oh. Nailed it.
Lori?
Oh my gosh! I never thought you'd be the one to find me. No offense. Nadine?
Nancy Drew.
Well, as you can see, I wasn't really spirited away by ghosts or anything. That bookshelf in the dining car, you step on this thing in the floor in there, and it slides open. I practiced disappearing for weeks.
So it was just all for show?
You can only get into this room if you
Here's the deal.
really want
I
to
wound up with
and
this train when he bought
are
the
motivated enough to
ship
solve this
over.
puzzle.
They'd been storing it in this old warehouse outside St. Louis for so long that everybody had just forgotten about it. Anyway, after like mass begging on my part, Dad had the train restored to working condition and got me an engineer and track permits and all that other stuff until finally, here we are, on our way to find out what happened to Jake Hurley.
Oh my gosh, it took you 9 minutes to find me.
I was one of the first people in like 100 years foot on this train, okay? Everything was just the way it was when Jake disappeared. Except I also found this.
Mandy said, Karen, are you sitting at a railroad station?
1901.
And the answer is yes. I needed to get in the zone. So I'm sitting on some railroad tracks. And if I die, it's for the speedathon.
We're both doing this game from a train. I purchased a train ticket.
Ruth Kensington. Here, take it.
You want me to have it? Why?
Because you found me. See, in that letter, Jake tells Ruth that everything she needs to figure out where his mine is on this train. He also warns her that his wife's spirit is on the train too, which kind of creeps me out. But the thing is, to find Jake's lost mine, we need the train.
How do you know this Ruth person didn't find the mine decades ago?
Mostly because I found that letter in the wastebasket. It was like she'd gotten so ticked off, trying to follow her nutty uncle's clues, that she finally said to heck with the whole thing.
What about the other people you invited on this trip?
If you want to show them that letter, go ahead. It's totally up to you. We're going to Copper Gorge because that's where Jake buried Camille, so I figured his mine might be somewhere around there too. But if you think we need to go somewhere else, you just let me know and I'll have the engineer take us there.
Guess I better get to work.
As soon as you figure it out, let me know.
The third, but darn, the name of the shoes is so faded I can't tell what it is. Maybe Bess and George can help me figure out who made them.
Hello?
Hi, Bess.
Hey, what's going on?
The name of the company that made Jake's wife's dancing
I do like it when Bess and George do like research for you.
I love this conversation because Nancy gives them no context whatsoever. She's like, hey, Jake's wife's shoes? And they're like, okay, got it.
Listen,
They don't know who Jake is.
they don't need to know. They just need to do some research, get back to us, solve mystery.
Bess has gotten more on me than she has on the wall. Anyway, send us a picture of the
Bess and George are ride and die, okay?
Oh, you guys are the greatest.
Ride or
It's a
die.
picture.
You know, whatever.
Yes, no.
Bess and George are ride and die. They do everything for Nancy and then they just die.
You know what? Be nice to me. I could mute you if I wanted.
Listen, we have Shattered Medallion coming up, and I think we will find out that George is ride and die.
And my next puzzle is NBRZTBAA. I have to say things out loud so I remember them.
That must be the projector Jake mentioned, and it looks like I need to enter 8 letters.
It's Nivertsba.
The question is, which 8 letters?
These are...
And then is the next scale coming up?
Yes, after I do the dolls.
Hello?
Me again. Just checking to see whether you were able to find out the name of those dancing shoes yet.
Your wish is our command. But hang on to your hat. The name is a real mouthful. The shoes were made by Chaussette Chateaubriand.
Yeah, you don't have to do the city puzzle. I like that puzzle. I didn't realize you didn't have to do it until I watched the speedrun.
Apparently, if you were into dancing in the 1870s, that was the company to get your shoes from.
Chaussette Chateaubriand.
Wait, which puzzle don't you have to do?
The, like, cities, and you click them all on that little thing and they fall down.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Do the dolls.
So the
I
the
got
dolls.
Guess Camille liked to collect dolls.
Just not wanting to click, okay. All right, now I'm doing the scale.
So the scale is going to be 7 on the left, and then the right is going to be 2, 1, 3. So 7 and then 213. Yeah.
All right.
And there should be 4 pipe puzzles, but we've only done 1 so far.
Left pickaxe and lamp with buell for safekeeping. To open what's closed, lead is the key. Or is it lead is the key?
Nancy, I can read.
Hey, Nancy,
What's with the Cheshire Cat grin?
you found Lori.
Yep, she's holed up in the caboose. And as a reward for finding her, she let me have this. It's a letter from Jake to his niece in which he leaves.
It's especially funny to me how he's like, what's with the Cheshire Cat grin? When it's like, you found Lori and then did so many other things.
Yeah, I
like,
found
"No,
Lori a
no.
while ago.
We know you're smiling because you found Lori.
Are you kidding? You bet I do.
Now you're talking.
See you soon.
Sounds good.
A square and a duck. Now, where have I seen those before? James Thurston.
Back already?
The name of Jake Hurley's engineer, James Thurston.
Great.
I do like when they acknowledge that it hasn't been very long since I talked to him.
Good.
Yeah, the newer games do that a lot. It is really funny.
I found a diagram for some kind of contraption that Jake designed, but to operate it, you need his pickaxe and some kind of lamp or lantern, which it looks like he gave to somebody named Buell.
Buell? Joe, show her.
Show her what?
That old picture we found.
What? They make Joe out to be such an idiot in this game.
Supplies and pawn shop. That's
He's just
He's
a
like,
man
"What?"
who loves
That's
cheeseburgers.
lantern too.
Yeah, years ago. And the guy was a pawnbroker.
Like they found a picture with the word Buell on it,
Still somewhere in
and Nancy mentioned somebody named Buell,
That's where we're headed.
and Joe's like, what? No, they can't be related.
Talk to you later.
If you need anything, just let us know. Back already?
Were you able to find anything out about Jake's engineer? The Thurston guy?
I love this.
Bad news. The good news is he had a wife in Copper Gorge, so he may have had children.
The bad news is our internet service provider stopped providing before we could use our cell phones to find out anything else.
That's okay.
So it's going really fast. I'm always like so shocked how fast you get to Copper Gorge, like during a speed run, because it feels like it takes me so long.
Yeah. What's my time at right now?
We are at 22:41.
Okay, cool. Where am I? Museum. Okay.
Hey there! Welcome to Buell's Old Time Taffy House. Come on,
Fatima is iconic.
stranger. Listen, you by any chance get here on that private train what's parked out yonder?
As a matter of fact, yes, I did.
There's a rumor going around that Charlena Purcell's on board. Is that true?
As a matter of fact,
Is that true?
yes, it is.
Dang, if that don't beat all. I've read every single book that gal's ever written. Best writer would ever lived. Did she get off the train too?
I liked Fatima better before I started speedrunning it, because, like, she's entertaining, but talks too much.
Breathing the
Oh, that's so sad.
Well, welcome, little missy. Go on in and take a gander at what life
It's also Nancy, too, talks a lot in the conversations with Fatima, because she's doing so much manipulating. It's just like the conversations are long.
Sample?
Some daffy on a stick will cost you 2 tokens, which you can get by winning both those games over there.
How much does it cost to play them?
Well, ain't you the little penny pincher? Fact of the matter is they're free. Less you go messing with the artifacts I got in here. Do that and you'll be head first in the nearest snowdrift before you know what hit you.
Where'd all these artifacts come from?
Been in the family for years. For centuries, in fact. See, Buell was my great-great-uncle. This building used to be his general store. During the glory days back in the 1880s, he commenced a pawnbroker. So the miners,
Somebody in chat is talking about the deleted dialogue in Labyrinth of Lies where the Hardy Boys don't know how many oceans there are, which is one of my favorite lines in the series.
full of junk.
where like I think Joe like thinks there's like 2 oceans and they're like on a boat and they don't know where they are. And he's like, well, we can narrow it down. And he's like, how many oceans even are there? And Nancy's like, well, 4 or 5. And he's like, 4 or 5?
Pleasure talking to you.
Oh, as a hyperfixation ADHD icon. He knows mysteries, and that's all.
Yeah, mysteries. And then like in Midnight in Salem, he's like super into like supernatural stuff too.
Horses.
Okay, let's go. Go green. Go green.
Yes!
Oh, yes. First try, everybody.
I will donate $10 for that. Thank you, Green.
Yeah, the walkthrough that said pick red, obviously wrong. Green is the way to go. It's so funny how like it cuts itself off with the noises. It's like yeah. That was super fast as well.
These mini games are great today. If I can back up, okay.
Looks like to get some taffy on a stick, I'm going to need 2 different tokens.
You still here?
Do you know what's in that old trunk over there?
Why? You ain't been fooling with it, have you?
Oh no, of course not. It's just that I think it might contain a lamp and pickaxe that used to belong to a miner named Jake Hurley.
Well, if it does, you can forget about him, 'cause it's locked. None of my kid have ever
Oh my god. Okay, so we have a donation from Tober for $138.75. It says, finally added up my penalties, and this is so spooky. I got 69 times 2 and change. Good luck on the run.
Wow. Does that mean I have to do cheeseburger?
This is a great question. I mean, I don't know.
Technically for the other
this is a donation for Curse of Blackmore Manor, so I don't think so.
I've got a better idea.
But that's incredible.
Coming face to face with the lady who writes the finest literature this here country's ever seen?
Well, that's just it. If you were to just meet her,
like cheeseburger.
to show for it.
But
afterwards, she'd go
it's only a few seconds longer, but also the last time I didn't beat third by 1 second.
Well, then you'd have something to
So the seconds matter.
Okay, make it so's I can meet her and get her autograph.
But the thing is, she's on a deadline.
Okay, yeah, I know what you mean now. Fatima's demanding too much. It's just too much back and forth, like negotiating this autograph.
Good heavens, of course not. All right, you just get me Charlena's autograph, and you got a deal. Just make sure she uses my name. I want it real personal-like.
You bet. And your name is?
Fatima, with an F. None of that weirdo PH stuff.
Okay, Fatima.
I'll be my actual favorite character in the game.
Yes?
You startled me. Do you work here?
I do. Are you looking for someone?
Yes, Camille Hurley. She died back in the 1800s.
Ah, Camille. Beautiful crypt. Wonderful.
Are you needing the coffin colors soon?
Well, in a moment. After I pick up the slug.
Okay, because it's like frozen in Discord, so I cannot see what's happening in like the game in real time.
Yeah, it is frozen at the moment, but I think once you move screens, it might change, hopefully. Because we don't want to have to,
Well, there's the key.
Okay, what I'm gonna have you do is I'm gonna pause it, and you're gonna Alt-Tab and tab back in. Okay, I have it paused. Alt-Tab, tab back in. Try that. Okay. Okay, yeah, we're back. Cool. Unpaused.
Clicked on the wrong thing.
Phew!
Clicked on the wrong thing again. Okay.
You're good. You're good. Yeah, sorry. That got a little messed up there, but that's not your fault.
Okay, puzzle.
It's gonna be green, red, purple.
This indentation looks familiar.
Green, red, purple.
White. Okay.
And then yellow, orange, blue is the next one. Yeah.
Yeah, I accidentally went one pass and then that messed me up.
Yeah.
We're good.
In the letter he wrote to his niece, Jake said she should go to Camille's grave and let Camille's goodness rub off on her. Rub as in rubbing, maybe? If I am supposed to make rubbings of these pillars, I'll need a pencil, which I already have, and some nice thin paper. Yes? What are you working on?
Brain was like, there's a gem, and I grabbed it.
So until I write those two most wonderful of all three-letter words, the end, everywhere I go, my laptop goes, and every chance I get, I write.
I found Lori. She's in the caboose. You were right. She disappeared because she wanted to see which of us would find her first.
And you won.
Nancy, this is old news. Charlene doesn't need to know this anymore.
Really like your autograph.
Found so long ago.
Would be even better.
Like at this point, they're already going on a hike together.
Yeah.
But what
I think even with with the short
I have a pencil
delay there, it's still a pretty good run because of that good luck with the horses.
Yeah, absolutely.
If I can do Leaping Lizards correctly, but I literally played that game for 2 hours today.
Yeah, everybody send good vibes for Leaping Lizards because this game is it's very rude.
Rated the screen, and then once I go live, I don't know, my brain stops working.
It turns out that slug wasn't so worthless after all.
That slug? I mean, I knew that slug was a clue. That's why I gave it to you. I mean, I could have found Lori no sweat, but I thought, hey, why not give somebody else a shot?
Be gay, do crime.
Came through. Nice job.
Thank you.
But look, from now on, if you come across anything that may have something to do with Jake Hurley in his mind, let me know, okay? Just so I can, give you advice, help you sort things out. After all, the opportunity to work side by side with a world-famous police detective doesn't come along every day,
Do you by any chance have a pen I could borrow?
Why, I'm surprised at you. Don't you know that every detective should carry
Sticker that says "Be gay, do crimes" on my water bottle.
Pencil.
Well, as it happens, I got lots of pens. Tell you what, if you can play that Leaping Lizards game I found...
Don't show that to Tino. Those are his two least favorite things.
Tino would hate crime me twice.
What do you say? Okay, the object of the game is to get rid of as many lizards as you can by jumping them with other lizards until you can't jump anymore.
Okay.
Last time I played,
Leaping Lizards time.
just 5 lizards. If you can wind up with only 4, the pen's yours.
Incredible.
I did it! I won!
Talk about luck. Here's your pen. What else can I do for you?
Hope I didn't take up too much of your time.
Not a problem.
Not a problem.
Nancy, leave the car, okay? Back to Charlene. I need to remember to grab the eye next time I come into this car.
Have you found a pen so I can autograph that picture?
I got it from Tino. You can keep it. If you could have it say, to Fatima, that'd be great.
I'm gonna be real. That's like a cheap ballpoint pen. That would look so bad autographing a photo. Like, you need to use a Sharpie, otherwise it's gonna look like trash.
Hey, Nancy.
This is the cheeseburger moment.
No, unfortunately, we did not get a donation to make you click on cheeseburger.
Hey, that was the result of good old-fashioned detective work.
It was the result of your insisting
So-
on stop for a cheeseburger.
Guys, what's going on?
Well, it turns out
Rest in
that
peace.
Gentile
A moment of
that
silence for the lost cheeseburger.
He hangs out at the local diner, comes in every day.
Apparently, he's pretty ancient.
Did you talk to him?
Not yet. The thing is, the owner of the diner wouldn't agree to point the guy
For
out
cheeseburger.
unless one of us fills in for a short order cook.
He's got to go home and wait for the cable guy or something.
And since Joe here barely knows how to boil water,
The after party tonight is me playing this again, but this time he says cheeseburger.
Oh, and get this.
Amazing. Rest in cheeseburger. Yeah, we're getting a lot of F's in the chat. So sad.
Sounds like now might be a good time to do some serious poking around on the train.
Good thought.
Hey, I better get going. Wish me luck.
I'll go with you. You can make me a cheeseburger.
I mean, he did say it there.
Got that autograph?
Fun too. I like the way he moves forward a little bit when he says it.
Hot dang!
Yeah, it's just something about the zoom and the frame on Joe going cheeseburger is incredibly iconic.
Okay.
Okay, so
I-
red, green, blue. Red, green, blue.
Okay, this one's kind of logways.
Well,
Perfect.
Lamp. And another slug. Could come in handy. But where's his pickaxe?
Oh, now I have to talk to Fatima again for the pickaxe.
Have you by
Yes.
chance ever come across a pickaxe that had the initials J8?
To do some more manipulation.
Because it used to belong to Jake Hurley, and I really, really need it. I thought it would be in that old trunk, but it wasn't.
You got that?
Yeah, this is a vegan speedrun.
I was just about to say, on the other hand, vegan speedrun, that is such a good idea. I'll play Snack Shop, but I only give people bagel with lettuce. If they order me, I just quit. I rage quit the game.
I could have just gotten you Charlena's autograph, but instead I got you an autographed picture, which is way better. You owe me.
Oh, okay. I'll let you have the pickaxe. After you do something for me.
Sure.
You can't do a vegan speedrun of Haunted Carousel because Nancy just replaces the soda with milk every time.
While you're doing that, I'll fetch
Soy milk.
You got a deal.
Yeah, why doesn't Nancy ask for soy milk?
Here we go. Wax paper for the taffy. Would you mind if I took a piece of wax paper? Yes, I can let you have it.
Also, if anyone is wondering, I am vegan, so I'm not making fun of vegan people.
Just kidding. Taffy isn't vegan, which I think it probably would be. Nobody technically eats it. Even though Fatima asked us if we did, and I wish I could.
I think it is pretty easy to make like vegan saltwater taffy because it's basically just sugar.
Yes, indeedy.
I want to point out that a lot of taffy is vegan. Usually, the only thing in it that isn't vegan is butter, which can easily be replaced with oil or shortening, which in most things they do replace it.
Yeah, very true. A lot of things are like surprisingly vegan because butter is like more expensive than vegetable oil, so it gets replaced like that a lot.
Hello?
Hey, it's Frank.
This is the non-vegan part.
Kitchen of the diner playing short order cook.
Has that grandchild of Jake's engineer showed up yet?
Just came in with this lady who's even older than he is. And get this, he's a retired miner, so every time I finish an order and ring the pickup bell, he thinks it's the mine shaft elevator bell. And for some reason, it makes him start telling his lady friend about his grandfather.
You mean you ring the bell and he starts talking about James Thurston?
Exactly. Of course, 5 seconds later, he's rambling on about something totally unrelated, but I just fill an order, ring the bell, and ding, he picks up right where he left off. That is, unless I fill the order wrong and the waitress...
Okay, I am ready with the orders. So, hold on.
Your ears open and your nose to the grindstone.
I am. Just wanted to keep you posted.
Well, good luck.
Thanks. Talk to you soon.
Okay, so we've got, yeah, onion, jalapeno, hot mustard, bacon, and cheese. And next one is going to be lettuce, tomato, pickles, mayo, and ketchup.
So haphazardly on this burger, they're all gonna fall off.
Now, avocado, tomato, jelly, pineapple, cheese, mayo. And then everything minus the peas is the next one.
Okay.
Kind of strange too. I ever tell you how my granddaddy died?
No, I don't think you did.
My
Bacon.
dad, he came home from school one day to find a railroad official telling his mom that Granddad been found dead in Blue Moon Canyon, Nevada.
Opinion.
The engine of Jake Hurley's train
I don't know what that is.
slumped over with his hand still.
And then nothing is the last one.
I ever tell you about but the craziest thing Jake Hurley ever did?
Honestly, deeply funny. It's like, chef's choice, please. And it's like, okay, my choice is to literally give you a nothing burger.
Honestly, that's what I order from restaurants, so
I sure don't understand how it'd help.
I would put ketchup on it. But I like ketchup on the side, because then it doesn't make my whole bun soggy.
Jake Hurley told Granddad, word for word. The eye of the tiger is fixed on a star. Zircon lies in fingers that scar. Amethyst floats in a hand from the deep. Citrine is what the foul mouth shall keep. Tourmaline by a...
Raise your hand if you could recite this whole rhyme.
The eye of the tiger is fixed on a star. Zircon lies in fingers that scar. Amethyst floats in a hand from the deep. Citrine is what the foul mouth shall keep. Tourmaline by a soft arm is ensnared. Peridot rests at the foot of the mare?
Frank, are you sure that's what he said?
I'm positive.
Are you sure that's all he said?
Look, this guy was old, okay? I mean, we're talking Jurassic. And guys that old don't joke around. They don't have time to. What you just heard is what I heard, word for word.
See you later.
Sounds good.
The old inventories are truly so clunky.
Yes.
And so, like, not ideal for speedrunning.
Okay, I have to do the 7963.
Yes, I have that written down if you need me to say it.
Keep repeating it.
7963. You're doing that right now?
Yes, I need to grab the eyeball.
Oh yeah, good call, good call.
Can't forget about that. I don't really have a system for when I grab gems, but it works.
Oh, yeah. 7963.
To unlock this, and there's what, 10,000 possible combinations? Guessing could take more pipes to connect.
Okay, so this is the second pipe puzzle, I think. Unless I missed one.
No, this should be second. So I'm gonna do John and then the eagle painting, and that'll be 4.
Yes.
should do it.
Say that should do it, otherwise it doesn't count. And then the game is unfinishable. Okay, scale.
Scale is gonna be 817 and then 6210. Yeah.
Oh no.
Nancy, just pull on it. Just pull on it. It'll work, I promise.
Nancy does not need to fix that. Or even need that at all.
Like the broken part isn't even like attached to the machine, so there's no way the machine would register that it's broken.
And I need 2 gemstones from here.
That's what I need to make
Yes.
the found work.
And then that should be all of my gemstones.
What's up?
Would you by any chance have any duct tape?
Got some right there in my gearbox. That's the good news. The bad news is, I can't open the box. It's an antique lockbox that I found in this abandoned monastery I scoped out on my show last year. You can open it.
And then decided to put duct tape and only duct tape in.
Need to protect my duct tape from anyone who's too stupid to figure out this puzzle.
I've never tried to open it without the key, but if you want,
including myself.
Thanks, I think I will.
If you get it open, the duct tape's all yours.
There's an image on each of those buttons. They tell a story, maybe? I bet the animals should start from the left shore. That tool I saw in the caboose. I bet that's what you use to unscrew these bolts.
Okie dokie. So this is basically a puzzle in itself.
It's annoying.
But then we're gonna have pipes number 3.
Yeah, I have to play, and then I have to play the piano.
More pipes. Why am I not surprised?
And then I go do the other pipes. Because that last scale unlocked the painting.
I moved my microphones, so if you want to play the piano, knock yourself out.
He says that Nancy's already halfway through the song. She's like, I don't really care. I'm playing no matter what.
Spyglass. I'll bet it's the one I need for Jake's projector. And naturally, we have still more.
Okay, final pipes. Let's go. Let's go.
Too many times.
There, that looks right.
Okay, now we can turn on the steam.
Okay, that should be it.
Looks like some sort of steam valve. Sounds like steam
Oh, good.
in the engine is moving through those pipes.
Okay, good. Didn't
I'll never forget the time that my game stopped.
No, it's such a bad glitch. It's so sad. Yeah, for anyone who doesn't know about it, like there's a glitch where it's like if you don't do all the pipes right on the first try, if you turn on the valve, it like you can never click on it again. So like you literally can't progress the game.
But it's not like that all the time, because when I'm not speedrunning, if you like try to turn it on and then it doesn't work, and then Nancy's like, hey, don't do that, you can do it again.
Okay, so hot dog in the starfish, and then green in the hoof. And then we've got cotton candy in the octopus. And then shiny amber in the beak. And then purple in the fin. And then circle in the claw.
like I
Any
did something.
geologists in the chat, don't yell at me for not knowing the names of any of those shows.
Yeah, those are the scientific names, not like the, you know, the like what's the word I'm looking for? The layman's term. The cotton candy gem, you know, hot dog gem. Oh wait, we can't call it a hot dog gem. This is a vegan run. You're gonna name it something else. This scene, honestly, I thought was the coolest thing that had ever happened to me when I was a child. Yes, rave.
That's where Jake's mine is. Brimstone Canyon.
I love how Jake put that together and he was like, oh yeah, this is gonna be sick.
The engine had to head for a place in Nevada called Brimstone Canyon.
Way to go! I knew you could do it, Francie.
Oh yeah, I always forget this game ends up in Nevada. It starts out in Colorado.
I'm going to make sure that you get to be the first one to check out the mine. I'll call every
Really travel. I like imagining like after Nancy solves this and then they take the train to the mine. Like, what are they doing in that time? Just like hanging out on the train.
Of course, everything you find in the mine is, well, mine. So if I find out that you
Everything you find in the mine is, well, mine.
things could get ugly.
Don't worry, you can trust me.
I have the feeling that thanks to you, we are about to discover something huge. Great job, Amy.
Thank you.
Yeah, Galen is very correct. The dead people in these games are always amazing. Shout out to Josiah Crowley, who is probably my favorite. But I do love Francis and Dirk from Shadow Ranch.
True.
Frank and Joe will make sure it comes back for me. I hope.
I hope. She's not very confident in Frank and Joe's ability to like save her life.
And her, Frank, Joe, and Lori are all off the train.
Nice, that was good. That was pretty fast.
For some reason, this one's easier than the train lock, and I don't know why. Okay, tell me the colors that the wheel is pointing at.
Yes. Nancy almost got killed by a small boulder the size of a large boulder.
Oh, right. This is the entrance to Jake's mine. Whoa, what's going on?
All right, purple is the first one. I said that already, Nancy. Orange, oh, yellow, purple.
Started clicking.
I know, I was like, oh my god.
I happened to do it right.
The speed run.
Faster, Garrett, come on.
Orange and red, yellow, green, purple, yellow.
Okay.
Got it.
But if I move the wrong one, the ceiling will collapse. Jake was too meticulous not to have left a clue somewhere as to how you're supposed to move them. Okay, so far so good. I should be able to get through there.
Yeah, I agree with chat. It makes a huge difference, like in Shadow, or Secret Shadow Ranch, how the letters have like voice actors.
I think it's funny how Nancy doesn't read this letter out loud when she reads everything else out loud.
Yeah, or it's like she'll pick up a letter and go and then read like the most important thing.
That's just what I thought too. See, what I didn't tell you when I gave you that letter Jake wrote to Ruth is that I also found his diary, which is how I found out he.
Okay, this is definitely gonna be sub 1 hour.
A letter from Abe that he knew would be so valuable someday that he always kept it on his person. Can I have it?
Sure.
See, I knew if we could just find Jake's body, we'd find the letter. And you did it, Amy. You did it. I'm going to be famous. Good famous for once.
So you never really cared about finding Jake's mine?
Nah. I mean, it would have been nice if it was filled with gold and silver and stuff. But this is what I was really after.
And you followed me because you didn't trust me?
I trusted you to find it. I just didn't trust you to give it to me. And now that you have, you know, I'd really be
God, the low-rise pants that Lori is wearing, it's too much.
to lie for me. How do I know you'd keep lying?
Ominous birds.
Are they bats?
And we were trapped.
They're probably bats. They're probably not birds.
Excuse me?
Cave birds.
Oh my gosh! That way I could not only say that I found the letter, but that I tried to save you. Only you did something stupid, and it was all I could do to save myself. Oh my gosh! I'd make the national news for sure, and people would say I was smart and resourceful and courageous even.
Lori, you can't be serious. That's crazy.
You don't understand. People are fine.
She's like, I'm so sorry, but like, I just got the idea to murder you, and like, I really want to do it.
What would I do? I'm rich. I won't go to jail anyway.
The opening's blocked. I'm trapped. Now how am I gonna get out of here?
Now how am I gonna get out of here?
Out of here in this.
Oh, thankfully there's a minecart, and somebody wrote all the ways that you die. Very convenient. Why does that like even exist?
Why'd you build it that way if I'm gonna
Why
die?
would you
if I go
build a
there?
minecart and you just have like a bunch of death scenarios in it? I have gone through and like done every single death option in this, and they're all like different and they're all pretty funny.
Jake Hurley just wanted to keep things spicy.
Jake was like, listen, I need to make sure that the person who found my mine is really smart. And obviously an idiot will go towards the skull and crossbones. It's not that complicated. This game comes right after Secret of the Old Clock, doesn't it?
Yeah, I believe so.
I just always thought it was funny.
Isn't it right after Shadow Ranch?
I have to look it up, but
Secret of the Old Clock.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought, because in Secret of the Old Clock, they have that weird minecart animation with the golf ball, and I always thought it was like a precursor to this scene. Because I think they usually were like kind of working on two games at once.
Darn you, Natalie.
It's Nancy.
Okay, time.
Okay, that was 57:55. Because of what I had to pause it for a bit, there will have to be a retime, but it was 57:55. There will...
Yeah, even if you like add all the time that it was paused, there's no way it would be more than an hour.
It'll
So you
still be
definitely
like
got sub 1
58.
hour.
Yeah. So
that was really, really good.
Awesome. So awesome. Yeah, very slightly over 58 is what Galen's saying in the chat. So awesome. We're so
Thank you,
excited.
Green Horse.
Hey, thank you so much for this run, Kailee. That was fantastic. Anything you want to shout out or anything like that?
Not really. You can follow me on Twitch if you want to, but I don't stream very often.
You know, everyone is just like, listen, I just exist. Like, I'm here to speedrun.
I'm just here.
You know, I'm just giving everyone the chance anyway. You know?
I love it.
Okay, thank you guys so much. We're gonna be back after this with some Shattered Medallion with Veronica.